Hi guys, and welcome to another video. Today we are going to be doing Maths Paper 1 revision, and we're going to be doing the June 2025 government paper. So if you are studying for your year-end exam, I suggest that you do this paper along with me, and you can find the link to the paper in the description. What I'm going to be doing is each question in a different video and then putting it into a playlist where you'll get 1, 2, 3, 4, all in the right order. So if you are new here, please like, subscribe, and make sure that you start at the beginning of the playlist and work your way through. Okay, let's get to it. So the first question, pretty simple question. We do our factorization. We look at the factors of 10 that make 3, and that would be 5 and 2. It's more negative, so we put a negative in front of the 5, and our answers are then x plus 2 equals 0, and x minus 5 equals 0, and x equals minus 2, and x equals 5. Okay, next question asks, the 3x plus 6x plus 1 correct to 2 decimal places. Okay, so what we want to do here is we want to use our quadratic formula because it says correct to 2 decimal places. So we say x equals negative b plus or minus the square root of b squared minus 4ac all over 2a. Our b is 6. Our a is 3. And our c is 1, all over 2 times 1. And we can just pop this into our calculator. And we get x equals negative 1.82, or x equals negative 0.18. Okay, let's go to the next one. Okay, 1.1.3 is an exponential equation. So we have 2x plus 4 plus 2 over x. What we notice is that we have 2 over x, don't we? Which we could take out as a common factor. So we get 2x, and then we take out 2 to the 4, which is 16, plus 1. And we get 8704, which we now divide by 17. And if we divide both sides by 17, we get 2x equals 512. Okay, so we divided by 17 there. And we know that 512, if we say 512 shift fact on our calculator, then we get 2 to the 9, and we know that x is equal to 9. Okay, so all fairly, hopefully straightforward so far. If it's not, check out some of the other videos on the channel where I go through this in more detail. So let's move on now to the next question, which asks for now we have what's called an inequality. So here we get critical values, right? Critical values, okay? And those will be x minus 8 equals 0 and x plus 2 equals 0. So x equals 8 and x equals negative 2. We can then put those on a timeline and we can test. Okay, now if I substitute in, say, a number between negative 2 and 8, for example 0, I will get a negative value which is not greater than 0. So it is not true over here. So negative 16, it is true over there, sorry, because negative 16 is indeed less than 0. So this one is true, and this will therefore then be false and false. So our values are between -2 and 8, and it's including. Okay, another way of doing it is if you were to times this out, you would get a happy face parabola. And so then you can see that, yes, it is indeed between those values where it is less than 0. Okay. Now the next question asks, well, we have a surd here, a surd equation. And so what we need to do here is take the x to the other side and then square both sides. So we get 3 over x plus 2 equals 2 minus x minus 3. Oh, no, the 3 is there. And then what we can do is we square both sides. So we get 9 times x plus 2. And when we square this, we get 4 minus 4x plus x squared. Okay, you can do it like this on the side if you are not sure. Just to double check, you just times them together. Because I should just maybe just put a square here just so that you see what's going on there. We squared both sides. Then we take everything to the same side. I'm going to take it all to the right hand side. I get x squared. When I times this, I get 9x. Okay, so it'll be minus 4x minus 9x. 9 times 2 is 18. To the other side is minus 18 plus 4 is minus 14. And so I get x squared minus 13x minus 14. So my factors will be negative 14 and plus 1. Okay. And so I'll get x equals 14 or x equals negative 1. Now, when I put those in, I have to test to see. Now, when I put 14 in here, I will end up getting 14 going to the other side becoming minus 14, and it will not work. So x will not be minus 14, but it will work for minus 1, because when I take the minus 1 here, it becomes 3. And I can get a positive, but I cannot get a negative if I have a root sign. Okay. Any comments or anything you're not sure of? I'm going through this fairly quickly because there's not a lot of time. But you can comment, and I will be there, especially during the exams, to answer any questions that you might have. Okay, so this asks, final question, I'm going to leave it there because I don't want to overstep my time on this video, and we will continue with 1.2 in the next one. So please try this video in the meantime, and I will see you in the next one.